Hey folks, last few days I've been doing some changes in the boat. Well, first one is the VHF radio has always been under the dash here. Never really liked it over here, but we didn't have any room over here. So the antenna also was on this side, which is kind of in the way every time somebody climbed in the boat on the dock. Although when we do put it up and down. So over here we had the FM Bluetooth radio. It's just got pretty much outdated, and I started having issues with it about 3 or 4 years ago, so I stopped using it. And there's a couple speakers on either side down here. But so I thought, well, you know what? Why don't I just remove it, which wasn't too big of a deal, and take the VHF off the bracket underneath here, which is always in the way. Underneath the dash here, and kind of out of the way. You had the mic over here. I could hardly ever read the numbers all the time. And we relocated the antenna on this side of the boat. I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, there it is. Put the antenna over here, and we're gonna put this radio right in this spot. Well, it doesn't quite fit. You can see there's probably a less than half an inch there, but that's okay. There's a company called Vermont Plastics. I took that dimension of that hole, and they're going to make me a faceplate, so that has a nice fit and finish, like the old one, which is slightly a little bit wider in the middle from the height. So using that cutout, I'm going to bring it to them in Williston, and they will make something out of black Lexan. It'll look really nice. So that looks like it's, you know, part of the dash now. So now I got now I have a place for it. And I also added this for my phone. It was only $22 for, you know, it's really stable. So I have my phone so I can look at my SmartCraft app for my engine. And I also removed over here, I removed that fan that was there because it really wasn't doing any good, and it had a rattle because you know, we turned the seat around and it didn't have any effect. So I also removed that fan, like that one there. So, oh, I also added this. I was missing my time, and my temperature is just a bonus in weather, but there's a time there, so I stuck that in there so I can keep track of, manage my time a little better. So we've made quite a few changes here, and the last one, two more, excuse me. I moved this button here from underneath here because I had it temporarily there for the light I put in last December, and this came with that light. So here it is, it shows it on. So it's a lot more convenient. You can see if it's on or off. Instead of under the dash and forgetting to leave it on early in the morning. And I also added a switch over here. And you can hear that because we did an aerator for my live well, which didn't have one. So I took off the metal clips and hardwired it to this switch. So I'm trying to keep fish alive for the salmon study, or if it's a, you know, the LCI derby or something. It's a portable aerator, but now it's hardwired, so it makes it a lot easy. Oh, and the last thing, I put all my spoons right there against that wall instead of hanging them on the side and shaking around and, you know, wearing the pads out from all the vibration. So now they got a solid home. That's everything. I also added this Fish USA net, and this is an in-between net. We also, you know, we usually run two nets before, a smaller one of this and a larger one, with a large one for Lake Ontario and the larger fish here. But I really wanted an in-between net. This will extend to twice that length there. And my consistent net unique is it's a tangle-free net. So the hooks aren't getting caught in there and you're fighting the hooks caught in the webbing of the other nets. So look forward to using this one. This is a nice net. There we go.